Alright, so now that you've washed the car thoroughly from top to bottom, you've treated everything, your tires, your wheels, your wheel wells with the degreaser, so on and so forth. You're now ready to rinse the car down. You do that pretty much in the same way you originally sprayed the car down, from top to bottom. And you want to do a good thorough job on this. You want to make sure you get your soap out of your little cracks and crannies and the smaller spaces on vehicles, the gas caps and the different, the cracks in your doors, your door handles, headlights, grills, so on and so forth. Thank you. So, after that, you're ready to dry the vehicle down. Now, you can use compressed air or some sort of blower to blow the water out of your nooks, crannies, and cracks. We do that, especially if we know we may have to go straight into waxing. The vehicle's going to be out in a couple hours. It's a good practice to do anyway. If we know, like, it's late in the day, the vehicle may sit overnight inside, we may not go through the whole blowing down process. We may just straight away wipe it down and then come in the next morning and make sure everything is okay on it. But typically we're going to hit it with compressed air and all the nooks and crannies. We're going to dry it down really thoroughly. We're going to use microfiber towels. We're not going to use some leather chamois that we could take a chance on scratching paint with and that kind of silly nonsense. Good plush microfiber towels. We'll dry down the whole vehicle with a couple of them, and then we'll come back with a couple more to make sure we get it dry. We don't want any water spots of any sorts on that vehicle. We want to get it as dry as possible. Now, let me digress a little bit. I completely skipped over tires and wheels. Right after you wash, that's usually when I wash the tires and wheels. Usually I do this with another citrus-based wheel cleaner that's designed specifically for different finishes on different sorts of rims or wheels or whatever. It won't hurt chrome, it won't hurt polished aluminum or some sort of polished metal, or the wheels with the clear coat sprayed over polished metal or whatever. It won't hurt any of those. You put it on, you take a real soft brush, a soft bristle brush, and you kind of agitate everything, take the contaminants away, makes them fall right out. Same thing with the wheels, and I actually use this wheel cleaner on the wheel well, same process as I do with the wheels with the soft bristle brush, and it actually kind of gets a lot of the contamination and road grime and brake dust and all of that mess actually away from it, and then you spray them off. Just like you do on a car, you spray them off to begin with, to get all the loose grime and dirt and whatnot. Put the cleaner on, agitate it, spray the cleaner off, and all the nasty, grimy, greasy junk that goes away. And you're pretty much done with your tires and wheels, other than, of course, coming back and drying them off. I do that with different towels than I use on the car. I still use a microfiber towel to dry them down, but I don't want to take a chance on maybe getting some of the rubber stuff off the tires, kind of back on the paint or whatever. I mean, we just washed it, right? So, to apply I recommend a tornador foam gun. That's how we apply the cleaner we use. It works great. Really like the way our wheel cleaner with our tornador foam gun works. And of course, when you use compressed air, the tires and wheels are a good place to blow down. Also, with your compressed air, can make them a little easier to dry, especially around the valve stems, things like that, where water can get kind of trapped and leak down slowly and really leave little water spots you have to come back and wipe off later. From there, as far as the exterior goes, we would start the clay bar treatment. Or a lot of times at this time it's a great break to go ahead and get to the interior. It depends. If I'm working in a 2 or 3 man team, a lot of times I'll go ahead and break and let guys go ahead and start on the preliminary interior work. Wiping down, vacuuming, starting to get out the stains and trouble spots we might have. And while they're doing that, I'll typically clay bar the vehicle. Clay bar is a little piece of kind of Play-Doh-y clay stuff that you flatten out kind of a disc on your palm, and you go over a vehicle with some sort of spray wax or spray lubricant. Really all you're looking for is some sort of spray lubricant. I have one that I use that I like really well. And you just wipe this clay bar over the vehicle. You check it here and there for contaminants, and you will see it getting dirty, usually pretty quickly. I usually start on the hood, if that is the dirt. A lot of times that is the dirtiest place on the vehicle. Sometimes the top can run a very close second. But typically that's going to be your dirtiest couple of places, the hood and the top. Maybe the front fenders are going to be they take your most punishment. They're going to get the most contaminants on them. Of course, you go around the whole vehicle with the clay bar. I do bumpers. I do everything. I get every bit of the paint just as clean as I can. I want it perfectly contaminant free. And after that, once that's completed, I would look around the vehicle, and if there were any places that would need taped off, assuming we were going to start polishing or paint correction, I'd go ahead and do that. Any trim, any window trim or different things like that, I'd go ahead and start taking all that off. Headlights, the edges of the paint where you might not want to get a real abrasive compound because it's a little bit thinner.